Good afternoon, guys. So it is Sunday the 27th of April. Is that right, Osk?
Yeah.
And we are currently heading from our home in Yorkshire over the M62 to Manchester Airport, Manchester Terminal 3. So we're heading off to do something, a top secret filming project, which we'll tell you guys a bit about in a bit. But right here, I want to show you this. So this is the M62 motorway as you go over the Pennines. Stunning Yorkshire countryside. And the motorway, as you can see here, splits around this farm. Now the story goes that the farmer, when they built the M62, refused to move for the motorway. So they said, right, okay, we'll have to build around you in that case. And they did, but I'm not sure. I think it's more something to do with the topography of the land, something like that. So yeah, you can see here we are, we're heading over the Pennines. This apparently, in a mile or so, is the highest point, the highest motorway in the country. And then we head down over the wrong side of the Pennines, down into Lancashire. Down to Manchester Airport, Terminal 3. We're going to get drop the car right in front of the airport, where we're parking for, how many days are we going for, Oscar?
Sure.
We're going for 5 days we're going for. And yes, we'll tell you all about where we are going in a short while, and we'll give you a little tour of Manchester Airport Terminal 3. So here we are, team. Here is Manchester Airport Terminal 3. So I'm just going to spin you around and adjust the camera, and there we go. Right, Terminal 3. Here's Oscar leaving a very sunny Manchester for Rhodes. So I've not actually been to Manchester Airport Terminal 3 before. Okay, Oscar? Cool. So we're going to go and find out what it's all about. We're going to find out where our flight goes from, find the check-in desk, leave our bags. We used the Terminal 3 meet and greet service, which I've got to say was really, really easy to use. It's got your number plate already logged, so you quite literally turn up and it knows everything about you. You hand your keys over, already friendly. We're going upstairs, Oscar, up the escalator. Everyone's really friendly, and it was a really easy thing to do. Oh, hang on, no luggage. Oh, that's not luggage. Come on, let's do it. Let's risk it for a biscuit. That's it. Managing? Here he is, his neck pillow on, all ready to travel. What are you going to say, Oscar? We'll give him the microphone in a bit and we'll do a bit of Oscar cam. So this is Terminal 3 is predominantly Ryanair, which is us, and I'm just going to go and check ourselves in and find out where I need to be. So I'll turn you guys off and catch up with you in a minute or two after we've walked down the copious, endless corridors of tape, because this is Great Britain.
Hello, welcome back to Oscar Cam. We're going to look around Manchester Airport Terminal 3. Let's do it. Let's go. So, there's some headphones, there's Oakley, I don't know what it is, sunglasses, currency exchange, boots, W.H. Smith. Ooh. It's a very big one, this one. It's a very big W.H. Smith. Oh, we're not going in. Oh, they've got the new Fanta. Dad, can we get the new Fanta? £1.50.
What flavour is it?
Tutti Frutti.
I reckon that we can get one of those in a bit.
Ooh. Oh, yeah. Currency exchange. Yeah, we're in Terminal 3.
Not been here before, have we?
No. We've been to Terminal 1, have we?
Yeah, and 2.
And 2, but not 3. So it's a big change. Oh, it's pretty big in here. And it smells even incredible. Oh, is that where we're going, Dad, for food?
I think so. Burgers look great in there.
Smells really good. Magic tunes. So it's KFC, which I don't like that much. There's the duty free in here. Might go in there, might not. Oh, we'll do a quick lap. Just gotta hide you.
I just want to show you these, right? Toblerones. Let's have a look at those, because I heard last week that Toblerones are no longer, they're not going to be made anymore, so you won't see Toblerones in the airport anymore going forward.
Ah. You got your vodka.
The gin's on offer.
You got your fragrances. Got your whiskey. Oh, my fragrances.
Right. Should we go and find Lily? Did we sign up? We'll go find Lily and Ronnie.
Yep. Hello, we're here in the Lion and Antelope. We've got some lunch. I got some barbecue chicken wings with some barbecue sauce and chips here. They are pretty nice chips. They're a bit soggy, and some of them are a bit crunchy, so it's a mixture of nice. With the wings, you get some hand wipes. Sauce.
What do we think? We're going to give them out of 10.
7.
Good old 7 out of 10.
Back to you then.
So I have gone for the classic burger in the Lion and Antelope here in Terminal 3, which is pretty good actually. I'm going to say it's alright. I've doctored it a bit and put a bit of sauce on it. There's a great cheese pull when I opened it. And so far, it tastes pretty good. We're pretty chuffed with that. Quite busy here in Terminal 3 today. It's a Sunday afternoon, so I guess there's lots of people heading off for the week. But yeah, so far so good. Catch you in a bit. So, Oscar, where are we? Into the mic.
Rhodes.
Where?
Rhodes.
Rhodes Airport. Here we are. Just come off the plane, heading through Rhodes Airport, and we can tell you now that tomorrow, we just had the call sheet through, so Oscar's fitting is going to be at 11 a.m. tomorrow, because we are here for filming. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to share with you guys exactly what we are filming, but we are here for filming. Oscar has landed a really cool job, so we're here for 4 days filming that, and he's found, I can see him running off. He's just got a second suitcase before it disappears. Here he goes, Mr. Strength himself, Mr. Muscle. He's got our second bag before it disappears through the hole. So yeah, Rhodes Airport, really clean. I remember last time we were here, which was about, when we were last here? End of COVID or something like that, was it? And they were redeveloping it then. And here, give me those. They were doing a really good job of it, and they've done a really good job of it. They were it was a bit of a mess last time we were here, but it's just really, really cool. Very clean, and we've been off the plane for what? Probably less than 5 minutes, and our bags have come out. So we're going to leave it at that. Quite small, only about 4 or 5 carousels. We'll leave it at that, and we're going to go and find our guy who's outside, who should be waiting for us to take us to a really cool hotel. Right. In a bit. Hey guys, so I've just arrived at our hotel. We're on location, so I'm not gonna say the name of the hotel because I'm not allowed to at the moment, but at some point I will let you know where this is because it's pretty awesome. So it's the first, I don't even know if the hotel is fully open yet, but there's a handful of us staying here for the shoot tomorrow, and it is quite epic. I'll show you around a little bit more tomorrow. Oscar's found a fridge. So coming straight into the room, and there's a bedroom. The hotel staff have been so cool, and they've left us some lovely food out. They couldn't have been nicer. Left us some food out for us because we're hungry. So, Oscar, what have you found here?
Well, in the fridge, I found
Ooh.
colas, water,
And some mini bars. Yeah, cool.
Beer for you.
Well, thank you very much. I'll show you around here. So we've got our little kind of washing area. We go, hopefully this works, into the shower, which is lovely shower. I mean, I don't think these rooms have actually been used yet. They are so new. I'll show you the bathroom. Oscar is astounded there is
a phone in the toilet.
In the toilet. So you can sit and do your business and have a natter with your mates. I'm just going to pan around and I'll show you that we have robes and towels hanging up here.
Got our safe.
Yeah, safe, ironing board, all that kind of jazz. I'm going to come around here and pan down just to show you like the kind of tea and coffee facilities. There's like, you've got Nespresso on tap, all that kind of stuff. Nice little fruit platter. I'll swing you around this way again, and I'll stand back a bit so you can properly see that we've got this really cool 4-poster bed. Absolutely stunning. We've never stayed in anything quite like it. We are very, very fortunate. Hang on, I'll show you the man who Max and relax in this really cool chair that looks uncomfy, but is it? What do you think, Oscar?
It's just a bit uncomfortable on the back of your head, but
Other than that, it's really cool. So what a cool room.
Hang on.
But we're going to show you the pièce de résistance that we have been given with our room, which is we have, and we're going to be quite quiet out here, I think, our very own pool room. So we're going to be in that in the morning. Unfortunately, as you might know, that Oscar is a diver. However, no diving, I'm sure he wouldn't. He learned on the Jet 2 shoot. So if I take you down this end, we have stunning little day beds, table, the concierge service button as well. And it's very quiet. Like I said, I think we're pretty much the only people here. I'll try and stick this up in the air and show you what's out there. And we'll try and show you some more tomorrow. But for now, we just thought we'd show you where we were. And we'll sign off at that and see you bright and early in the morning. Good night, guys.
Right, good morning, guys. So, we've woken up in sunny Greece, and we've gone to breakfast, and we've gone to the beach. We've come across this lovely place. It's a massive beach. It's pretty big, if you ask me. But I'm only small, so yeah. We've got our water activities over there. Yeah. And we got our sunbeds. Over there we got some jet skis and a lovely lovely boat scenery in the background. These bugs keep on coming for me. Oh, anyway.
We're going to have a swim later.
Yeah, we're going to have a swim in this, and also we can have a swim in the really nice pool. It's really nice and big. Alright, see you guys later.
Good morning, team. So we've had a really hectic few days, haven't we, Oscar?
Yes.
So as you know, we've been here for filming. We are at the Hilton on Rhodes, which is a really cool hotel. So we're going to take you for a little walk around now and show you what's what. So as I said, yeah, it's been a real hectic few days because basically what has happened is the weather turned. As you can see, it's a bit wet. So the film crew had to really get their finger out, and we did 2 days worth of filming in one day. So it was absolute chaos. We've been filming 2 things at the same time. So one of them was motion, and the other was stills. And we were flitting between 2 of those. So anyway, that's enough about that. But it's just fascinating. You'll walk around and there's absolutely zero evidence of the fact that there was there's been a film crew, and we've been on set for the last 2 days. So we'll just swing around here. They've got a really pretty little river that runs down through the middle of the hotel, and you can follow that all the way from reception right down to this little lagoon here, which is right by the village square, as they call it, I think. And yeah, like all Greek hotels, it's laid out a bit like a village. There's squares and stuff like that. This is Niku restaurant, which is like a Japanese fusion restaurant. We ate there one night. It was really good, wasn't it, Oscar? Yeah. And that was sushi, kind of little curry bowls, all really nice stuff. I wonder if I can show you in here. So this is like your buffet restaurant. I'm going to go and take you and squeeze you up at the window like a nosy kid. So if you can see this, you should hopefully be able to see that in there. So that's your typical hotel buffet. So that's like your standard go-to. So if you can't get a reservation at the other restaurants that are actually so the whole thing's all inclusive. You've got an Italian, you've got a Greek, traditional Greek, you've got the Japanese fusion, and I'm sure there's one I'm missing, but I'm not quite sure which. But if you can't get, it's Italian, yeah. If you can't get in at one of those, then you would head over to this buffet restaurant and just grab yourself a little bit of something, whatever you can. So that's it. I want to stick my head inside there because I think people are still eating. I wouldn't want that, would you? So which way should we go, Oscar? Yeah, let's go and show you a little cute church. Just adjust that. Yes, a real shame about the weather, but it is what it is, and we have to realise that we're actually here for work this week, not pleasure. So we're very lucky that we've had a great few days weather. But just yesterday and today it's just turned a little bit, but that's cool. I think what we might do later is head up to Lindos, the next little town, have a little look around there. So yeah, this is a little church we found, and it's within the grounds of the hotel. It is so cute. They've built a little chapel for you to have a little look in. So we'll just pop our heads just inside the door. And you can see there's obviously like quite a lot of old relics and art, and they've painted like frescoes on the ceiling. It's absolutely incredible. I love stuff like this. So we're going to make a little donation. Here you go, Oscar. Stick this in the box. Donation. And you're going to light a candle. So yeah, that's really cute. Right, we're going to zip outside, and it has started to rain a little heavier, so we'll walk you round to the pool and restart again there.
Hello, and welcome back to another Oscar Cam. So, as I was telling you earlier, the weather is a bit unfortunate. How it's like a bit wet, but it is actually a really nice hotel. Look at that.
Yeah, the rooms, I've got to say, the rooms are stunning, aren't they?
Yeah.
I mean, we're so lucky that we've got a pool room, and the rooms that haven't got pools, a lot of them have got hot tubs. We also filmed in a suite, which has got a really big
pool.
pool.
So we've got a spa here. We didn't really go in there much because we are young. It's called Cali Spa. Yeah. So, and then over here is an amphitheatre. Don't know what goes on in there, but wherever it is, it must be cool.
It has been kind of weird. There's really not many guests here at all. There's probably like about a dozen guests because it's right at the beginning of the season. And as I said, the hotel just opened. And
then here, there's a dive centre. It's like diving, doing underwater, seeing like the coral reefs. There's the yummy truck, which is burgers, hot dogs, chicken nuggets.
Yeah, so if you're by the pool and you want a little snack,
yep,
pretty much all day long from about, I don't know, 10 or 11, you can get yourself a
burger.
Yeah, get yourself a burger.
But here's the sea over here. Now it is starting to rain a little bit heavier.
Yes.
So
let's head over here and get
I'll just, yes, forget about that. See the ocean. Let's go see the pool bar and the pools. So that's the baby pool over here. But then the really cool thing here is that it's an infinity pool that goes into another pool. So it's really nice. And also, usually when it's sunny, you see a little gecko around here. I named him Simon. A bit of laughs. So yeah. Dad, can I get a drink? Yeah. Right, so back to Dad. Can I allowed to get a drink?
Yeah, go wherever you want, yeah. So yeah, just showing you up here. So this is the main pool with the, over at the end there is the Italian, this is the main pool and the Italian restaurant is over at the end up there. So yeah, there's like a little kind of pour over, cute little bridge down to a second section down there and a pool at the bottom. The pool is quite fresh at this time of year, I'd imagine. I mean, it's nice, once you're in, and it's quite pleasant, but it was, let's say, fresh getting ourselves in there. So we're just going to take a moment and shelter here under this umbrella while the rain stops. Oscar, what have you ordered?
Red Passion.
A Red Passion mocktail.
Yep.
From this, which is the pool bar, which is open from something like 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. And then that shuts and you have to go and find your drinks from the bar which is up at the square. So we'll catch you again in a minute once Oscar's got his drink and we're going to move on. So that shower's more or less passed. So they do seem to rumble through quite quickly here. There's a bit of a breeze, so it's blowing the clouds along nicely. So yeah, there's this kind of like pergola, I don't know how do you say it. One of those things. Here in the middle of the pool, you can sit around and chill in. And you can see that the view through the pools down to the beach. It's a really nice hotel. It's not massive by any standards, which is actually really quite nice. It doesn't take long to get back to your room or anything like that. So not, you know, it's not a vast hotel. No, I think we can get one later. So it's not a vast hotel by any stretch. And obviously the pool was quite a key feature in the filming this week. Oscar doing lots of his signature jumping in and jumping out of swimming pools, which, as you know, I'm sure, he's also what he does as a hobby. He's a diver for the city of Leeds. Quite an accomplished diver, really. Picked himself up a gold in international competition last year. And just before he came out here, a silver at a UK competition. So this has got a toilet and shower block down here by the pool. That's back to the spa. And the back of the yummy truck. Which way should we go, Oscar? Up this way. Go up this way and round. Yeah. So these might be probably like some of the more standard rooms. They're slightly older. It's quite interesting. I mean, it's a Hilton, so everything's of a very nice standard, but a lot of it is still quite Greek in style, as in fairly relaxed. So they go this way, eh?
It's raining a bit.
It has stopped raining. So in a minute we're going to check out in a minute and leave our bags in reception and just get a taxi up to Lindos, the next town up, which is probably about a 10-minute car journey. And I'll show you around there as well, because that's quite pretty. That there's no cars allowed in here, so anything that supplies or anything like that, or suitcases to go down to any hotels in the town, are taken down on the back of donkeys, which is really quite cute. So on site here we have a couple of things that aren't quite open yet. There's a regular like little store for all your bits and backs, goggles, the stuff like that. There is another couple of retail units here which we've seen they're being set up whilst we're here. So there's like a saltwater, like a dress shop, and then on the end there is an ice cream bar, which is again all inclusive, and it opens in the like an afternoon into the evening, and kids can go and get ice creams. You can't quite see in there, but there we go. Right, we're going to walk you just up the side of the river because that's really pretty. It's quite nice when you kind of come out from the pool, get yourself showered, and in the evening everyone's got all the nice clobber. You've got your nice gear on. You can promenade along the river down to dinner. So how are we going to summarise the restaurants then, Oscar? What are we going to say about the restaurants here? So we've got the main buffet is your pretty standard buffet. You know, meat, fish, veggies to choose from. Great, there's loads of baklava, which is really nice. Then Niku, the Asian.
Niku. Well, the only thing that I would improve is you don't bring out all the starters at the same time, because that's what they did in the table.
Yeah, it's like an Asian fusion, and yeah, they literally brought out all the dishes all at once, and it was a little overwhelming, but it was quite cool in back. Quite cool theatre as well, wasn't it?
The Italian restaurant was good because I'm pretty sure they left some bread on the table for us to snack on a bit. So,
yeah. Carbonara pizza. They've got a proper pizza oven down there, so if you're a pizza fan like we are.
Yeah. They also have what's it called?
Hello. Hey.
Hi. What's it called?
What?
That's like a folded pizza.
Oh, a calzone.
Yeah, it is a calzone.
So we're going to head up here over this little bridge, and then I'll jump back on in a minute and show you around the reception, which was absolutely destroyed yesterday by the film crew putting up lights and what have you. So I'm sure they'll put it back together by now. Here he is. There he is. Look, he's got himself over the bridge. So all in all, but do expect it to be kind of in Greek time. Nothing's urgent, although the staff are all really friendly, really helpful, and yeah, we've had a thoroughly enjoyable time. Although we have grafted, Oscar particularly yesterday and the day before. It was a very, very long day on set, but we've enjoyed it, haven't we?
Yes, sir.
Done really well. Really proud of you.
Oh yeah.
So we made it to Lindos. We got a taxi from the Hilton out to Lindos, which was something like €27, I think, which is fairly reasonable. And you can kind of see maybe in the background there, that's where the taxis get you to, the top of the town. And then in the town itself, there are indeed no roads, as I thought earlier, and you have to walk around these really, really little quaint streets, which we'll show you in a minute or two. Now what we did is we walked up to the Acropolis, which is closed today because it's May Day, 1st of May. So what we've done is we walked up to the Acropolis. In fact, come like, hey look, this is brilliant. So we're going to stand to the side because there's some donkeys coming up. So we walked up to the Acropolis, up some really quaint little streets, and then us being us, we decided to walk back down from the Acropolis, like where nobody else is. So we decided to make our own way down this really cute little craggy path. And we come across this guy leading his donkeys around. Hello. How cool's that? That was good to see, wasn't it? Oh, hang on. There's another donkey. Just joking. Dad jokes. Now, it is quite slippy, so it's been raining, a bit showers this morning, and it does make this floor really quite slippy. And it's both here and in the actual town itself, the floor's really slippy because it's all kind of being made out of pebbles. So I will click off now and we'll show you a bit more. Say again?
Hopefully we don't die.
Hopefully we don't die on the treacherous terrain, and we'll show you a bit more in the really cute little streets in a minute or two. Here we are. So these are kind of typical of the little streets in Lindos. So I'll shut up and let you guys just enjoy the view for a minute.
we go here?
No, I think we should see if we can find a gyros here in Greece. Don't you?
Yeah.
We're going to try and work our way down to the beach. This way. It's like a maze, isn't it, Oscar? It's like a little warren. You don't really quite know which way you're heading. And the only way to kind of work out which way you're going is whether you're walking downhill or uphill. Let's try it this way.
To go a bit down.
Now there are quite a lot of little touristy shops selling stuff like fridge magnets and postcards and those like a bottle opener in the shape of a you know what. Loads of little shops like that. So you can kind of get off those streets onto these little back streets, and it's so cute. You can't. Yeah, sorry about Oscar's language there.
Let's show the big old spiders.
Big old spiders. I don't think they're going to come out on here. But there's this little cute street here that I keep saying the word cute. I don't know why I've started saying the word cute. It's not a word I use in my everyday language, but all of a sudden apparently everything to me is cute. But there's some massive spiders up there in the vines that Oscar doesn't seem keen on walking underneath.
No,
And you've got to watch your footage here.
Ring, ding, 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 ding. It's another one.
Gosh, look at this little house in here. Look, somebody's obviously having a bit of work done in the house and they've left the gate open. So I'm just going to show you the mosaic on the floor. Really pretty little house. Wow, that's cool.
The spiders here are massive. And they also have jumping spiders, which we found in our hotel room the other day.
You did?
So this morning was terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. I choose.
This is a nice little restaurant. Oh, that would be really nice. In the summer, that would be great, wouldn't it? So we've walked all the way from the Acropolis right up there, down through Lindos town, had a gyros on the way, and now found ourselves down at the beach. Lindos Yacht Club over there, and Oscar is here trying to get his feet wet before we get on a plane. Thanks very much. And then all of a sudden I'm just here on the beach. So when it's sunny and dry, I'd imagine this is quite a stunning little place to be. And I think, if I'm right in saying, that just around the corner to the right over there is the spot where they filmed Guns of Navarone, which is probably my favourite war film, or story, book, that there is. So there we go, that summarises Lindos, and we will check in with you in a little bit when we get to the airport, which will be this evening, flying back to Manchester. So here we are in Rhodes Airport. It's been probably 4 or 5 years since we were here. And it's really, really changed. It's smart and it's huge. It's a way bigger duty free than a lot of other airports I've been to. It's got all your pretty standard stuff, but it's nice and it's light and it's airy. It's not got the weird glittery floor that you usually get. But there is loads to go out, loads of fragrances, quite a lot of food, the obligatory toilet roll. And then a whole department here of kind of Greek traditional foods, honeys, stuff like that. So if you do need a gift for somebody, you can pick one up just here. Although I have lost the boy. No, here he is. What have you found there, Oscar?
Bad boy elixir, Charlie Rivera.
Is that your favourite?
Yeah.
Yeah? Cool. There's a huge department over here, like baklava and nougat and stuff like that. And then so after you've been to all your perfumes, you then get into your alcohol over here. So you've got Metaxa, Ouzo, all that kind of traditional stuff. The stuff like Ouzo that you love on holiday, and then when you actually get home, you realise it's actually quite grim. But it's a really, really nice airport. And it's, oh my god, it keeps going on and on and on. It's loads of space. And then you can see just out of duty free there are all the gates. People are waiting to get into their flights. Oh, hang on. Where have we ended up? So there's a big kids area, nice and friendly. Loads of places to get your water and your drinks. Let's see how much the water is here. The water is €2.50 for not a massive bottle, but I think it's going to be necessary to get some for our flights, and we also need to find a water fountain where we can fill it up. So a big kinder department. Some what's that? What have you found?
Jelly beans, the popper.
What do you mean it's a popper?
So you lift the middle.
Hang on here.
You lift the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, this bit, and then you lift this bit up, and then you push it back down, and then a jelly bean comes out.
Wait, it dispenses jelly beans in a
Yeah.
pot?
So you push it up and back down.
And that's what you want to get?
Yeah.
With your own money?
Yes.
Fine. You can do that then. We'll have to, right, we'll just pick it up and we'll have to go on. Or we present a boarding card, so we'll have to do that in a sec. So there we go. And we'll just go and pay for this, and we'll come back to you in a sec and show you some more of the departure areas. So there we go, we just paid for that and cleared duty free. Really nice experience in there, actually, lovely, big and clean. And then we come into the restaurants department. So you've got your pretty standard ones. Burger King. Might have to go there later. Bit of Starbucks going on. And then your kind of like bar areas. Cup and plate Greek cuisine. What have you got there? So you've got gyros and that kind of stuff. It's quite cool. You're to get a gyros before you fly home. And then out of the gates there to your gates. And then a bit more duty free, a bit more perfume, booze.
Where's our gate?
I think it's number 6, I think, but we'll sort that out later. And then as you come through to the front of the airport, you've got the these kind of waiting areas that run down the entire length of the front with really nice big glass windows so you can see the planes, because if you're a bit of a plane boffin like I am, oh, that lady had a dog. This is a tiny dog. And it was a tiny dog. So if you're a bit of a plane nerd like I am, you get a really good view of all the planes out of the front windows. So I think we're going to summarise there. So Oscar, have you had an amazing week's filming?
Yeah.
He's worked really, really hard, so he deserves getting his little jelly beans. And that concludes our holiday. So not holiday, sorry, our work. That concludes our week's work in Rhodes. So we'll see you soon, guys, on our next adventure.
See you.